We've been driving around Ocala National Forest for a couple of hours now, trying to find a decent spot to set up camp that's secluded enough from the highways and the main trails and stuff. So we found this little offshoot here, and somebody's been camping here before. There's already a little fire pit, so we don't have to worry about making a new one. And we're planning on being out here for 2 nights. We came prepared with lots of food and water, and the temperature's already dropped significantly. It was like 92 earlier and it's down to 84 now. So that's wonderful, because setting up in that heat would have been pretty scary. So let's take a tour of the campsite before we set up and then see what goes from there. Nice little open spot. There's not a lot of them around here. This forest is super thick in most places, so this is definitely a nice find. That's where we're gonna have our fire. Probably gonna set up the screen house right here, and then our hammocks back in that area. Let's check it out. Got here just in time for dinner. I forgot his second bowl, so he's eating off the blanket. Obviously water is super important, so he's got a water bowl. Time to get a fire going so we can start dinner, because I am hungry. Hungry boys. Looks like we got the fire going pretty good. A few more minutes, when it dies down, we can start our dinner, which is way too late. I am starving, but that's okay. We're having a blast. Coals are burning nicely. We got the tripod grill set up. We lost a part, so we had to use some rope to tie it together at the top here. But it's hanging nicely, and we're gonna go ahead and put our dinner on it. Okay. So tonight for dinner we have simple, easy hot dogs. And we're gonna put some cheese and some buns and have something great for dinner. We've got some hot dogs on the fire. Got another dog not on the fire, and my dog's hanging out. I got this really cool lantern here that I've got hung up under the umbrella, so it reflects the light downward and just lights up the whole place perfect. The hot dogs are all cooked up. I am controversially eating them with mayonnaise and cheese the way I like it. River's very upset with me for forgetting ketchup. So I'm sure that's some kind of crime. Let me know what you think, and I'm gonna enjoy these. You can't already be worn out. We still have a whole nother day. Bucky went running off down the trail randomly, so seeing if he's after something. Looks like he's just running around for fun. He doesn't get to do that often, so glad he's enjoying himself. Bucky, what did you find out there? Good boy.
It's not a mosquito.
I have a little visitor here on my sleeping arrangements. I'm not sure how well you can see it in the video, but it's some kind of centipede. Creepy. We woke up a few minutes ago to the sun shining on us in our wonderful shelter here. And it's time to make breakfast. So I'm about to put together what I have, cook it over my propane stove here. Got my stove set up and my pan. In this bottle I have eggs to make scrambled eggs. And I also brought corned beef hash that we're gonna make nice hearty breakfast. these are about done.
John,
Hopefully these aren't
out your
soaked.
pot so we can start using that as a table again. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Uh-oh. These got water in them. Let's see if these are going to be any good. They got wet.
They got wet?
Yeah.
How?
Like, I don't know how water got in the Ziplocs, but they did.
You know what? I bet you that water is getting pissed off right now. Tell you what half that steam is.
Yeah.
Cheese is on the egg. I repeat, cheese is on the egg.
Austin's recording.
Excellent.
Okay.
Breakfast is done and it looks amazing. I forgot the ketchup for the corned beef hash, but that's okay. It'll still be delicious. Bucky's eating some of the leftovers from the ground when I spilled it. Is that a good breakfast, Bucky?
It's better in him than in like one of the bears or something.
Sniffing for more leftovers. I think you got them all, buddy.
He's like, no, please, more.
Oh, Bucky. Good boy, Bucky. He slept in the tent with us all night last night. Now you get leftovers because you were a good boy.
Yeah, I had to. Have we decided what we're gonna?
Yum. Got yourself a cold hole.
It should be.
Stay hydrated.
Took another hike out.
Yeah, we finally got brave enough to go out again after waiting for the sun to go down enough to warm or to cool off a bit because it's exhaustingly hot. But we went for a hike and Bucky saw a Jeep and went chasing after it and finally came back to us now. So we're heading back to the campsite to continue sitting around doing nothing like we have been for the past several hours. It's a blast. We're pretty sure that these are bear prints here. A day or so old. Definitely not fresh.
Why you want that grasshopper?
Yeah.
What?
We have a tarp set up here, hung between the car and a few trees, and then holding up in the middle is an umbrella on a rebar, piece of rebar that we have. I've got my lantern hung up in there, so it makes for a very open, bright little shelter spot. And just lit up the thermocell because we can hear the mosquitoes going crazy. I haven't been bit yet, but so far so good. We'll see. We had that awesome setup with the tarp that worked all day yesterday to keep us out of the sun, and it was definitely necessary because anytime you're in the sun, it's worse than it already is just sitting there in the shade. We spent a lot of time sitting under that tarp, so we don't have a ton to show on the video, but it was a blast sitting there chatting and staying cool as best we can and staying hydrated. So Ocala National Forest is pretty awesome. Can't wait to come back sometime when it's colder so we can really get out and explore some more and hopefully see some more wildlife. We saw some deer, but couldn't get them quick enough on camera. So beside that centipede, there isn't much to show you. But thanks for watching anyway, and hope to see you next time.